Hey everyone, Dad here. So I'm going to be showing you a little trick today on how to fix the tip of your rod if it breaks off. This time of year especially, we see the tips of rods break off, and as long as you don't lose too much of it, if it's only a couple inches, it's a pretty easy repair. You can get little kits like at most stores or online or something like that, and they'll come with a few different sizes of a tip that goes right on your rod, and then a piece of ferrule cement. Now it's very important that you use ferrule cement. If you already have a tip and you think that this is just hot glue, it's not. It's really different. It dries a lot harder, and if you use hot glue, it's gonna end up popping off anyway. So it's very important that you have the right thing. So my favorite way to do this, where I've found they really hold and don't come off, you're gonna take a lighter or like a heat gun or something like that. If you're down to just a little piece like I am.
We have 4 words for you. Listen to the woman.
Don't do what I do, use a pair of needle nose or something to hold this with, but we're just gonna be tough today, so. You're gonna heat this up, kind of spin it, until you see it starts to melt. And you don't really need much. So I usually just take this and kind of like wipe it on my counter. It's a glass counter. And then I take a razor blade or something along those lines and scrape it up until I'm left with a piece about like that. And the goal here is, we've got the tip and we've got this. I'm going to cut a strip and roll it up, and I'll show you that in a minute, and put it inside of this. And that's really important, and I'll tell you why in just a second. So, just made a cut, and then to get it to roll up a little bit better, just like quickly hit it with a lighter, and see now that rolls up very well. So, the reason it's important to get it inside of this, if you just try and take this and heat it up and put a glob on here, you're not really going to be getting enough of the glue onto it to hold it. Like you're just getting a little dab on there, it's not gonna hold very well. So if you can take this and actually put it down inside of here like that, and then just cut off the excess with a razor blade, you get a lot more glue down in there to actually hold. So then all I'll do, again, needle nose, please. I just kind of want to do it this way because that's how I always do it, and I'm feeling lazy. So you heat it up, it starts to melt. The heat will actually suck the glue down in there. Then this part's very important too. As you put it on the rod, spin it. And that's gonna make sure that the glue gets all the way around. Now, you do have a little bit of time after this step, but not a lot of time, to really make sure that you line it up properly. You don't want the eye off to one side or the other. You want it right down the middle. And it looks like I did a pretty good job here. But if for some reason you don't and it dries, it's an easy fix. You just take your lighter and you heat it up again, and it reheats the glue, and you've got a little bit more twist to get it right where you want it. And then it only takes about 30 seconds to dry, and you're ready to fish. So that's about it. That's the best way that I've found to replace the tips on rods. Again, if you only lose a couple inches, this is a really easy replacement to get you back on the river fishing. If you lose more than that, you're kind of compromising the integrity of the rod and sensitivity at that point, and you want to look into reaching out to the manufacturer to get a replacement, or maybe just, getting a whole new rod. I always love an excuse to buy a new rod. So hope that helped. Try it if you need it, and let me know what you think.